Yet they're offering people $750
for immediate needs.
For the worst, but for the worst hurricane that anybody's seen. But she shouldn't be there anyway. She should be, I would say, North Carolina is bad, is so bad. And
she was there today for 3 hours, I believe, Kamala Harris.
Response has been so bad to the hurricane. This response has been horrific.
But didn't Elon praise Pete Buttigieg, saying he cleared the way for some of my helicopters to come in? He praised Buttigieg.
Well, that was 2 days late.
Who's surprised that Donald Trump takes a moment when America is going through, some Americans are railing, probably dealing with the worst moment of their lives, to politicize it and tell lies and spread misinformation and disinformation that can get people killed.
I saw this. I'm sure a lot of people saw this. You actually personally pushed back against some misinformation about hurricane relief in an exchange with Elon Musk, of all people, on Twitter. We are showing it right there, basically telling him that he could call you if he was confused. Whatever you told him seemed to work, because he publicly thanked you and said you're on the ball, which is not something he typically does. Did you end up speaking with him, or did he just take your word for it online?
No, he took me up on that. He called. We had a conversation. What we found out was actually happening was the FAA was not closing down any airspace, but there was an issue with pilots who were helping get Starlink equipment to where it needed to be, having the right information. We worked that with local authorities, and we're able to take care of it. And I think to me it's an example of how often the best thing to do is just to pick up the phone.
There's some folk who are only listening to Donald Trump, and because they support him, they believe that FEMA isn't doing their job in response to Hurricane Helen. And the sad part about it is we are about to face another hurricane, and these idiots are playing with people's lives.
NBC is reporting Governor DeSantis is ignoring your calls on hurricanes, resources, and help. How does that hurt the situation here?
You know, moments of crisis, if nothing else, should really be the moment that anyone who calls themselves a leader says they're going to put politics aside. It's just utterly irresponsible, and it is selfish, and it is about political gamesmanship instead of doing the job that you took an oath to do, which is to put the people first.
We need to get serious about how we protect other Americans, and it should not be protected speech for someone to lie about life-saving resources. Donald Trump pretending that FEMA isn't doing their job, or that FEMA does not have enough money to do their job because people gave that money, because the organization gave that money to illegal immigrants, is absolutely dastardly, especially when we know that the only time FEMA money was cut and given to migrants was when he was separating parents from kids at the border during his administration. People should hear me and hear me clearly. We, the federal government, we are doing our job as it pertains to what FEMA should do. FEMA has always responded to storms and assisted Americans. The money that FEMA is giving out is not a loan. You do not have to pay that money back. It should also be said right before the storm hit the Southeast, Republicans were voting against the bill to give FEMA more funds, more resources. Every Republican. Yet and still, people are playing with people's lives. Donald Trump. And now his good friend, the idiot, Elon Musk, jumping up and down on stage in Butler, bragging about the so-called shot to Donald Trump and how he responded, and comparing it to how Joe Biden tripped upstairs, when he himself at Twitter is spreading disinformation about storm resources from FEMA. That's right. Elon Musk, who controls the levels at Twitter, is lying, spreading the misinformation and disinformation along with Trump about resources available to people. This is dangerous. This will cause people to lose their lives. That is not hyperbole. You have two of the so-called richest men in the world spreading information that will harm poor people that follow them, that believe what they're saying. Yet and still, they will still get the support from the same people, because people are suffering with the mental illness of whiteness. Whiteness. The very people that listen and follow and support Donald Trump, and in this case, by extension, Elon Musk, will be hurt by this bullshit, by this false information they're sharing. It's tragic. And it's also America. As American as apple pie, baseball, and of course, white supremacy. I'm Mondale Robinson. Protect your neighbors. Don't listen to Elon Musk and Donald Trump.